Hey, to my YouTube channel. It's been about a couple of weeks since I've uploaded a video. Um, and welcome to Widow's Diaries. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself with this YouTube channel. As you know, I have work and just trying to get myself back in a good headspace. This is October, so we're going into the 5th month. It's been 5 months for my dad, which was October the 4th, and it'll be 5 months for my husband, which will be October the 24th. Many of you know that they passed away 20 days apart. So yeah, I just don't want to put a lot of pressure on myself to feel like I have to film or have to come on. I definitely want to make sure that it's authentic. I definitely want to make sure that I'm ready, to share. So yeah, here I am. But today, the reason why I want to do this video today, I'm always watching YouTube, and a video came across my recommendations, and it was Nene Leaks. It came across my recommendations, and I remembered that Greg had passed away as well, and Nene and our stories parallel as far as love. Um, I married my husband, and we was married for 10 years. I'm not sure um, how long her and Greg was married, but I married my husband for 10 years, and we was divorced for 15, and then I married him again for 5. So I don't know if I know that they were married. They married twice. Okay, me following the show, but she had a video that really touched my heart. Okay, yeah, I had to take a phone call. So yeah, she had a video that really touched my heart because it is so true. And she was talking about when your spouse passes away, and even now I see that when your spouse passes away, who else? Um, I had got to the point that I was even afraid to go to doctors because I didn't know who to put down. I didn't know who was gonna, take care of me. And you find yourself in certain situations like, should I just get into something so I would have somebody to look out for me? And that really touched me because even me now doing having to do all my paperwork over, and she has 2 sons, but I have 1 son and 2 daughters. My son is the oldest, and now I have to put him as my emergency contact. And I don't know about Nene, but a part of me kind of feel guilty because you feel like I shouldn't have to put that burden on my kid. And not saying that we're a burden to our children, because I know my son never think that way. My daughters would never think that way. But as a mother, you try to cover and seal your kids from all burdens and all heartache. And that's the last thing you want for to be a burden to them. So I wanted to do this video because it really touched my heart. And I know that what comes from the heart definitely reaches the heart. And I understand that she's grieving. and she's grieving, and it's been a couple of years, I think, since she lost Greg, and it only been 5 months since I lost my husband. But I say this to Nene, and I say this to myself and every widow. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us that we wake up. We wake up and we persevere, and we do what we have to do to live every day in front of our children. Be strong in front of our children. Even if, even if the tears have to be our pillow, we still get up. And that is the most important thing. So in that, I learned, you know what? Don't worry about the emergency contact. God is our emergency contact. God works through people, and we are here to love God and to love people and to serve God and to serve people. So He will be our emergency contact. Whatever it is, God's going to put the people in place, whether it be our children, whether it be our friends, whether it be other family members. God will position the people when it's time for us to really have that emergency contact, because God works through us. God works through us. So it is okay, and it's definitely understandable that you feel like you by yourself, you don't have anybody else. All during the transition of when your husband passed and you trying to get your funeral service together, your phone never stop ringing, your text is going off, everything is going off. But after a while, those things will soon stop. People will go back to their lives. But God is still here, and He's still there. And He's our emergency contact. In the flesh, you put down whoever your next of kin is as your emergency contact. But God will do the orchestrating. He will put the people in place that you need. My son is on all of my paperwork now. But even if my son can't, God can, and He will choose somebody else. So I wanted to just do this video because it really, really touched my heart, because I know where she's at. I know where she's going. You just want to settle for somebody, for some type of partnership to be there and take care of you. But God got it. God got it. You don't have to settle for less. You don't have to settle for nobody mistreating you. You don't have to settle for nothing, because in this singleness is when God show up His best. It is when He does His best work. So I just wanted to come on and share that. It was on my heart to do. It had been on my heart for a few days. I had watched it a few days, and everybody, all the blogs and all the, gossip YouTubers, they were talking about it, and they were trying to decipher or analyze what they thought that Nene meant. But it wasn't so much that she was trying to rush into a relationship. She just is afraid. We are afraid. We are afraid that our life has changed. What we knew before, that person, that friend, that lover, that confidant, that protector, that provider is no more. But through all of that, it still was God. We had our husbands because of God. Most women do not marry twice the same man. And that is when you know that is true love. And we might not get that again. But you be thankful to God that was enough. A lot of people don't get to experience that. A lot of people will never get to experience that. So we are better than blessed. We are beyond blessed. So, yeah, I can go on and talk, because I get it and I understand. And God has now given me a heart. I've always had a heart for women. I always had a heart for women because I've been through so much: molestation, cervical cancer, Bell palsy, the loss of my dad, the loss of my husband, teen pregnancy, homelessness, whatever you can think of. Most times, I've either experienced it or I've seen it. But in that, God has brought me out. That's why I'm so passionate about women. That's why I'm so passionate in everything that we go through is for somebody else. Everything that God allows to happen is for somebody else. And that is why I still want to remind you all that I do have that my GoFund, the Widows Fund, because we're starting a whole organization. Because after women lose their spouse, it's no more. Especially if you're not of a certain particular age, you don't get Social Security benefits or survivors benefits. And when you lose an entire income, it's hard. The struggle is hard and the struggle is real. I'm involved in so many widows groups, and you would not, people have to sell their homes. They have to move in with family. It's so much that people don't understand. And there's not a lot of resources that's out there. Everybody just go on with their lives. You got websites and stuff that give you pamphlets and resources and grief counseling, but sister girl, these women, we need funds. We need funding. So, yeah, you're going to be okay, Nene. Every widow that's watching, we're going to be just fine. God got us. God got us. I hope and pray that something was said in this video that bless your heart. I hope and pray that something was said to give you more understanding. But whatever you do in this life, love God, love people. Serve God, serve people. Don't forget the link is in the description box if you'd like to donate to the Widows Fund. I'm Angela. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.